Picks of Equinage for Saratoga on Wednesday, August 6th. Register your free user at equinage.com. You have the QR code there. 3 free races per day. You will have access to the best handicapping tool for free. And before you subscribe, you can use that free user the time that you want. You can check previous results, and then you will decide. And you will see that this is the best handicapping tool in the business. This is the race simulation for the first race. And don't forget the Scotty picks, the top two picks, 55% winning rate. The long shot between 11 to 14%. The long shot is a suggested price play for each race. Then you have the win percentage, a probability calculator for each horse based on stats, the pace of each horse, the initial speed, the SOR, the competitive level of the horse. And then you have the record at the distance and surface, the competitive level for these particular races at the distance, and the GSR, the pedigree of the horse for this distance and surface specifically. And also you have all the whole campaign of the horse, the last 8 or the whole campaign, the workouts, all the information of the past performances, even the campaign of the stallion and the dam that is useful for first starters, and the complete profile of the pedigree for each distance and surface. Using that information and seeing the Scotty Piece 1-3 and the long shot number 2 and the win percentage, I believe 1 and 3 will decide the race. Strong pedigrees, a strong GSR, and the number 2 has a good chance to run. I leave out the number 6 because the SOR is lower, and the 2 has a victory at the distance, has a speed, and a little bit better GSR. So 1, 3, and 2 in race number 2. I believe 2 and 5 are going to decide the race. They look strong in my opinion. Maybe as the GSR is a bit vulnerable at the distance for the 2 and 5, especially for the number 2, a little bit vulnerable. The number 5 is a strongest one. I believe the number 3, lower SOR, but a strong GSR, will run very well. So use the 3 of them in your combinations, 2, 5, and 3. In race number 3, you have 3 and 1 and 6. The number 3 high win percentage. The 1A and 1 together, 38% to win, and if you add the 3, you have 70% in total. So with these 2 horses, you are likely winning or hitting this race. And obviously, you can use the long shot because the race is very equalized. That this horse has the top SOR of this group of horses out of the 3 and 1, and a victory at the distance. I like this horse a lot, the number 6. So 1, 3, and 6. The long shot is a good price play. In race 4, 8 and 3, the top picks. The number 1 is the long shot. I believe the 8 and 3, they are good selection. The 3, the highest SOR. The 8, the highest win percentage, top pace, solid GSR, the top one of the race. So both with good reasons to win. And the 5 has a good GSR. Excuse me. And I prefer the 5 over the number 1, that is the long shot, because the GSR of the number 1, if you check the profile, it drops at the distance. So I prefer the 5. So 8, 3, and 5. In race number 5, by the way, 8 and 9, the top picks. The 4 is the long shot. Excuse me. And you see the 8 and the number 6 with good win percentages. Not completely dominant, but good enough both to decide the race. They look strong in this race. And then you can have the number 1 that is running decently, is dropping class, will run better against this competition with Junior Alvarado. And the number 4, the long shot, didn't deliver in the last 2 races, but now dropping class for Cantarmachi and could hit the board here. So 8, 9, 1, 4 in race 6. In this race, several starters, and the 10 and the number 2 at the top of the top picks. The long shot is the 4, the 2, and the 10. They look very well. Good GSRs, good first starts. Use both. I have doubt with the number 1 and the surface change. Shows some speed, but not enough, in my opinion, to compete with the 2 and 10. So I am looking at the 7 and 9. First starters for Joe Sharp and the Dams won in the first attempts, both dams. So I believe the 7 and 9 are good options if you are looking for a surprise against the 2 and 10. In race 7, 2 and 4 the top picks and 3 the long shot. See the distance 14 furlongs. These Burston Stakes, the GSR is not a factor here because they have almost the same GSR everyone here, but the experience will be a factor. And the 2 has a victory at Saratoga at the distance, an easy victory, could repeat with Johnny V aboard. Now the number 3 has a good experience running the distance, running very well, a powerful pedigree, and ran good at Saratoga. So this horse is a strong enemy, the 3, and the 4 victories at 12 furlongs. He's competitive enough. Then you have the 6, but the 6 has no experience at the distance, so I prefer 2, 3, 4 the enemies. In race 8, the percentage of the number 7 looks strong here. 6 and 4 are the top picks, and the 3 is the long shot. And if you check the 3, first started in the US, but Chad Brown is very effective. Flavien Prat aboard, a horse that you need to use for sure. The 3 show speed at Saratoga last time out and won, has a good pedigree. The stallion was a very good horse, a miler. The number 6 and 4, 3 and 4, I mentioned. The 6, Atara, is coming from a strong victory at Kineland for William Walden. Jose Ortiz aboard, Brad with the 7, and the 4 Sol de Oro was running well at Gulfstream. I believe she's a good option. She could win the race, but she's kind of slow. We'll try to approach in the final stretch, so I prefer to do combination box the trifecta or superfecta 6, 7, 3, 4. In race number 9, 10 and 6 the picks and 2 the long shot at 10. A good debut, a bad start. We were very effective. Second time out, and this horse is returning ready to deliver. I believe that 10 is the horse to beat by sure. Then you have 6 and 4. The 6th, 4th in his first start. William Mott more effective second time out. Will improve. The 6 is a very good option. The 4, the first starter, Isa Caraballo. The Dan was a winner second time out. Flavien Prat aboard. So 6, 4, the great enemies of the 10. And then the race is completely equalized. I believe maybe the number 1 has a decent debut, shows some speed, Mike Maker, Ricardo Santana Jr., a decent pedigree. I believe the number 1 could hit the board. So that is what I like for Saratoga and Wednesday. Good luck.